from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn. It's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Ruper's. Also by DeBlois Electric, building lasting relationships since 1967. From homes to businesses, their licensed, fully trained technicians handle it all. Repairs, upgrades, standby generators, EV chargers, heat pumps, and more. No job is too big, and no job is too small. Learn more at DeBloisElectric.com.
Coming up in just a bit, we are going to be joined in studio by some actors for Murder at the Marquee by Mystery for Hire. That is happening March 27th at the Franco Center in Lewiston, and we'll be joined by Greg Simpson and our very own Sara, who I believe has a part in this one.
Ooh, very cool. I think we maybe should get tickets.
Yes. Before we get to all that, let's take a look at some headlines for Monday, March 9th.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has been fired. Noem was responsible for sending ICE agents into Maine and Minnesota, which resulted in multiple deaths and detainment of innocent people. Representative Shelley Pingree said under Noem's leadership, the DHS abandoned its core mission of protecting the American people and instead became a political weapon.
A new bill in the Maine legislature aims to boost hunger relief after federal funding cuts. The bill calls for providing annual grants to community organizations and hiring new community coordinators to help connect people with benefits like SNAP. It would also require the Department of Health and Human Services to create an electronic system to reduce errors when determining SNAP eligibility.
St. Mary's Health System has launched a new bariatric care and weight management program offering surgical and non-surgical treatment options. Services include physician-guided medical weight management, nutritional counseling, long-term follow-up support, and advanced surgical care. Learn more at stmarysmaine.com.
And Lisbon Community Federal Credit Union is now accepting applications for its annual Russ Livornoy Scholarship Initiative. 4 $2,500 scholarships will be awarded to graduating high school seniors who demonstrate strong academic achievement, community involvement, and a commitment to furthering their education. For more information, visit lisboncu.org. Now it's time for the weather.
Weather?
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
Mark, I feel like you would agree that the weather has become a little more tolerable.
I'm all about it. Yeah, we should have played Alex's song because weather right now, even though it's a little cloudy out, is the best.
Mostly cloudy today with a high of 61 and a low of 33. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 63 and a low of 34. Cloudy on Wednesday with some evening rain and highs in the mid-40s.
In sports, despite Pavel Zacha's hat trick, the Bruins managed to lose to the Pittsburgh Penguins 5-4 in overtime. The Bees will host the Los Angeles Kings tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Jaylen Brown scored 23 points, and Jason Tatum added 20 to lead the Celtics over the Cleveland Cavaliers 109-98. Boston will visit the San Antonio Spurs tomorrow night.
Team USA will face Mexico in the World Baseball Classic tonight at 8 p.m.
Number 1 ranked Central Maine Community College women's basketball beat number 3 Miami Hamilton 74-46 to secure their 4th USCAA Division II national championship in the last 10 years. The Mustangs capped their season with an incredible 29-1 record.
I think they're pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think they're doing all right.
They are
beat
doing
the number
all right.
3 by almost 30 points.
Yes, absolutely. Speaking of successful women's basketball, the Bates College women's team overcame an 18-point deficit to beat Smith's College 74-70 in overtime in the second round of the NCAA Division III playoffs. The Bobcats advanced to the Sweet 16 and will tip off against the University of Scranton on Friday at 7 p.m.
The Maine Nordiques dropped a pair of games to the New Hampshire Mountain Kings over the weekend and have now lost 4 in a row. They'll visit the Mountain Kings tomorrow afternoon.
The Lewiston Maniacs will play their final home games of the regular season this weekend. They'll host Universal Quebec on Friday and Saturday at the Colisée.
46-year-old Justin Bisson was named the new head football coach for Lewiston High School. Bisson graduated from LHS in 1997, played for the Blue Devils, served as an assistant coach, and was the team's interim head coach in 2021. He described the position as his dream job.
There you go.
All
Congratulations,
right.
Justin.
Yeah.
That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is sweeping the twin. Well, it's picking up crumbs is what it's doing. It's not really sweeping. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
We are scraping the bottom of the barrel this morning for our FPBs.
We sure are.
With apologies, let's take a look at FPBs for March the 9th. We're going to start off with Oscar Isaac, who is 47 years old today. You may remember him as Poe Dameron in the Star Wars movies.
Nope.
The newer ones.
Okay.
You don't?
No.
Okay. How about this? Emmanuel Lewis is 55 years old today. He played Webster.
Oh, yes,
in
I do remember him.
Yeah, that sitcom back in the mid-'80s. Kato Kalin, who gained fame as being a character in the O.J. trial.
Character.
is 60.
Household name, that one.
Yes, he is 67 years old today. And finally, rounding out FPBs for March the 9th is singer Jeffrey Osborne, who is 78 years old today. His big hits are Stay With Me Tonight and On the Wings of Love.
Who doesn't know Jeffrey Osborne?
That's why he's the headliner.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
All right, I'll cut that. Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
6 years ago in 2020, that was a great year, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's great. Can't get enough of 2020.
Led Zeppelin won their copyright battle against a band that claimed Stairway to Heaven was a ripoff of their song Taurus. 21 years ago, in 2005, Dave Matthews Band tour bus driver Stefan Wohl pleaded guilty to dumping 800 pounds of human waste from his vehicle's septic tank through the open grading deck of Chicago's Kinzie Street Bridge. That is disgusting.
On the highest level.
Oh, look at this. 29 years ago in 1997, the notorious B.I.G. Was shot to death while sitting in the passenger seat of a Suburban after a Soul Train Awards party in Los Angeles. He was only 24.
I didn't realize he was that young.
Yeah, that is young. 30 years ago in 1996, George Burns died of natural causes. He had just turned 100 years old on January 20th.
What a legend.
Right? He drank and smoked his entire life.
Yeah.
39 years ago, in 1987, U2 released their fifth album, The Joshua Tree, featuring With or Without You, Where the Streets Have No Name, and I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
There we go. We have Pam singing on the podcast.
67 years ago, in 1959, Barbie first appeared on toy store shelves. Over 1 billion have been sold. It was estimated that if Barbie were an actual woman, her measurements would be 36, 18, 33. There are now different Barbies with more realistic body types because that is absolutely not realistic. And finally, rounding out OTDs, 194 years ago in 1832, an Illinois lawyer ran for his first political office but lost. He later lost 4 more times while running for Congress and the Senate. He was Abraham Lincoln.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for March the 9th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Hi, it's Donna Harris from Phoenix No Limits Karate here with your daily safety tip. Never accept a drink from someone you don't know. Let's all do our best to keep our community safe.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
As promised, we are joined in studio by Mystery for Hire working manager Greg Simpson. How you doing, Greg?
Great, my friend. How are you?
Excellent. Ooh, what was that at the end? This is your radio voice?
Well, you dig deep.
And look who's in studio.
Hi, I'm here. Yay!
She wasn't able to join us this morning, but she told work to stick it, and she's here in the afternoon.
I said I'm going to take my lunch break, but if you want to say stick it, that's
All right.
fine.
Well, my version is so much better.
Tomato, potato.
That's right. Tomato, potato.
Whatever.
So Greg and Sara are here to talk about Murder at the Marquee, performed by Mystery for Hire. That is happening Friday, March 27th at 7 p.m. at the Franco Center, 46 Cedar Street in Lewiston. Before we get into what Murder at the Marquee is all about, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into theater.
Oh, my God. This goes back, almost 15 years now, about half the time span of Mystery for Hire itself, 30th year this year.
Wow.
Dan Maroy, who owns the company, he and I were friends, and he said, would you like to try this? And I have no boundaries, obviously. We've been friends a long time, you know that. So, the point is, it was just a chance to do the performing that, I'd always done in my job. I mean, I used to be a corporate trainer, so I really didn't train people. I just performed for them long enough so that they would listen to some of the things I said. And this just was a natural extension of that.
How much fun is it for you?
Oh, and it's terrible. It's a drag. It's just horrible from start to finish. And I would do it. This isn't going to be on the air, right? Like, if I said I'd do it for nothing,
Yeah, I would never let anyone know that.
Okay, great, thanks.
Just you, me, and Sara know.
Oh, well, then we're good.
No one else.
Yeah.
No one else will hear. I'm telling you, this is more fun than is legal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an opportunity to work in a community that I grew up in. The crowds, with very few exceptions of people we all know, and it's just a chance to have fun. Our shows are, yes, scripted, but as Sara will bear out, that's a thin veil. Yeah. We know there's a line coming up. We're not quite sure what it's going to be. We never do anything blue. Ours is all innuendo, but it's just the fun of it. And we take jabs at each other. We perform loosely. The crowd becomes part of it. I mean, the basics of our company is that when we do a Mystery for Hire show, and there are several themes. Ours happens to be a Hollywood award show theme this time. But the audience is paramount. They play throughout. On this one, they get name tags when they come in that are fictitious Hollywood names. They actually win awards. They actually get up and speak. They solve the mystery. I mean, the beauty of this is Sara and I get paid. We don't do anything.
I don't know. I have to learn a ukulele song.
Well, okay. All right. So she has a little more work to do this time.
She's pretty good at that stuff.
I've heard, yeah.
She's fantastic. So this sounds like a whole lot of fun, and there's a prize for best dressed.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's fun,
and this time, and we've never done this before, we have a surprise prize for the worst dressed. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to tell anyone what it is, but we give prizes for everything and anything.
Right.
Yeah, no, people will walk away from there with armloads of swag.
Okay.
Armloads, oh.
Pam and I were talking about getting tickets to this thing.
You should.
This morning.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
I would love to bring Sherry to this.
It'll be fun.
Sounds like a great time. But for folks who have never attended Murder Mystery Dinner Theater, like, what are they in for? What can they expect?
Well, for example, and I'll give you the specifics of this one because you'll get a taste for it. This is actually the Gimme Awards. That's for movies that either go straight to Netflix or HBO or out on YouTube. It's for those actors who are wannabes and will always be. So the premise is you walk in, as if you're going to the Academy Awards or something akin to that. We encourage our guests to dress. I mean, really dress. We've had a couple of these where the audience, and Sarah can bear me out, we went to one in Augusta where the audience was better dressed than the cast.
Yeah, we looked shabby compared to that.
We did. So we encourage them to come in and be part of the experience. We treat them just like they're guests at the Academy Awards. There's a bar, which always helps our performance. It gets much better.
We're so much funnier.
We are so much
when
fun.
there's a bar. Have you noticed?
Yeah, oh my God! Yeah, even at my house in rehearsals.
So much funnier when the bar is open.
So anyway, they come in, and there's in this case, we're going to have a giant hors d'oeuvre setting for them to come in and have. And then we treat it like an award show. We have the first part of our show, we introduce the players in their roles, so the audience can see who the suspects are in this little drama. And then we actually have awards given out in the middle of the show. We read categories. Everybody in the audience has a name tag. When they stand up, they could be a potential winner, and we actually give out little awards for them at the end of each of these. Then the mystery happens. Someone gets bumped off. In this case, and I'll give you a little bit of a taste. Our MC is Bud Weiser.
Okay.
And Bud buys the big one in the middle of the show. But then Bud miraculously comes back as the detective and solves his own case. But then we get the audience involved in what did you see? Who do you think it is? And then we actually, which is different from a lot of the other companies that do this, at the end we actually have a piece of paper on the table called a sleuth sheet. Their job is to write down what they saw. So who committed the crime and why? How did they commit the crime? And our favorite part is, what should the punishment be? Oh. Now, this has a double whammy because it helps us solve the crime. So we never know who the culprit is. The audience picks the culprit. But then we take their sheets, and the ones that are, let's just say, odd, we take those and we take the best of the worst and we make them our boneheads. So they actually get awards that I was a bonehead with Mystery for Hire. And we read what they've written. So it's I'm telling you, it's fun from start to finish.
That sounds awesome. Sarah, what's your character's name?
Crispy Bacon.
Crispy Bacon.
Yeah.
And what's Crispy Bacon all about?
Crispy Bacon is related to a famous actor-director from Hollywood, and she's trying to catch her break on her own to support her scented candle habit.
See.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's trying to...
Do you have anything to do with her backstory? Do you contribute?
I was given her backstory. So the way this works is we all get sort of a brief outline of what the character is going to be and who they are in relation to the victim. And then Greg kind of alluded to it. There is a script, but we get to improv a lot of stuff. Like there's a couple of written lines and there's a format that we're kind of all following. But for the most part, whatever accent you want to bring to the character or whatever quirk about that person you want to add, it's such a supportive group of people. They're like, oh yeah, that's great. That's really, really hilarious. And the other piece about it is that because it is, I don't know, 80% improv. Sometimes you can crack up your cast members without actually meaning to do it. So that's one of my favorite parts about the show is watching somebody break when you get them really good.
And what's fun about it is, all kidding aside, we do this on purpose because I want Sarah to be Crispy Bacon. I want her to create the character. It is hers. Now, if we do the show in a couple months with somebody else, it's theirs. If she feels comfortable in that part, she'll come up with brilliant lines through the show. She's going to have some little side entertainment that no other Crispy Bacon has ever had. Mm-hmm. And that's wonderful because if she's having fun, the audience is having fun.
Absolutely.
Structured plays are fine. I've done them and they're great. But this gives you a chance to play with the audience. We encourage our actors to go from table to table, harassing the hell out of the audience and getting them on their side or pushing them away. Mm-hmm. And it's great because then the audience feels part of it. Sometimes that works.
Sometimes people don't want to play.
Yeah, sometimes they don't want to. So you have to kind of urge them into it. And then sometimes they want to become part of the show.
Yeah.
And we've had that happen. But again, the best part of that is so we bring them in. We incorporate
Yeah.
them into the show.
Yeah.
This is my second time doing the show, and I have a different character this time.
Yeah.
So that happens too. Sometimes
Yeah,
people swap.
because
characters.
I've got to do the show again. Actually, the weekend before the other show, we're doing a show out at St. Joe's College, but it's just Kathleen and I, and we're using the kids there as our other characters. So this time at that show, I'm going to be playing Budweiser. So now my fate is in my hands, and this show at the Franco, I'm Orangello, a has-been actor who's trying to make it back in. Mm-hmm. So it's typecasting. Is what
Sara, when did you start doing this mystery
Oh,
dinner?
I don't know. It's been probably 4 years.
Oh, yeah, or better.
4 or 5 years.
Did you start with Greg?
I think I did.
Yes, you
Yeah. I work for 2 different mystery companies, but you're the original. You were the first ones to pull me in, and I think we did a pirate show.
We did a pirate show, then we did the all-female cast show.
Oh, we had the noir.
Film noir.
Film noir. That was fun at Doolin's. Yeah, we've done a bunch of different.
Yeah, and the problem is we have pictures.
Yeah. Do you know, my favorite part about any of this is the costuming. That's what I love. I love getting together my costume and forming like what that character is going to look like, because it's always going to be, like Greg said, it could be somebody else doing this character next time, so they might have a totally different take on it. But I think that's my favorite part.
And
That
we mentioned, and she mentioned costumes, which is great, because we encourage our actors. Here's what your character is. Knock yourself out. Dress the way you want. And if we have extra costumes like we have this time, we'll give them whatever they need, but we give them their head. Nick DeFault, who has done a few shows with us, Nicky always surprised me with with what he wore. But everybody's encouraged to do that same thing and to have fun from start to finish. And we tell the audience from the beginning, look, this show is only as good as you make it. So join in, have fun, and don't come with any preconceived notions, because we'll blow them all out of the water.
Right. I love it already. I do want to go over some of the other cast members because they are fairly local, and I think some people may be familiar with them.
I think they all are local.
Yeah, they're all local. Julie Poulin, and if you haven't heard of Julie Poulin, you don't live here.
What rock have you been living under?
Yeah, exactly. Julie is an enigma. She is one of a kind. She can do stand up. She can do skit comedy, because we've used her in that role. She does our shows. I mean, the show she's doing now, she's played this part 100 times. I mean, considering she's only 35, she has worked her butt off.
Yeah, incredible.
Yep.
And you'll, if you don't know Julie, you'll get to know her and you'll love her. There's also Greg Lambert.
Oh yeah, he's new.
Yeah, they keep him in a basement over here.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
We fished him
rightfully
out.
So.
We fished him out for this show,
We
though.
did fish him out for this show. We had to hose him down and get him ready.
Yeah.
But he is, for God's sake, again, I hope this isn't going out over the air, but he's terribly talented. Oh my God, he is a genius. We've had him do several shows with us, and he is again one of a kind. And if you ever stumble, and I think that's the word, into the CBU, you'll see him behind the bar.
What's Greg's character's name?
Greg is Papa Razi.
Okay. And Julie, I don't think we got Julie's.
Oh, Julie is the grand dame. Her character is Clarinet Reed. She is the Susan Lucci of the awards.
Emmy Awards.
Yeah, she's lost it 14 times. Yeah. And our last character is Kathleen Nation, and a lot of people know Kathleen. She's everywhere. She's done, again, everything. She's been with Mystery Fire for 20 some odd years, and she plays Ophelia Pulse. And I won't tell you what she's changed her name to, but it works.
That's good.
FrancoCenter.org for tickets.
Yeah, or they can call them. They monitor their lines. We're at about, I think about half the tickets have been sold already. So if you're waiting, don't, because it is going to sell out. The Franco Center has an amazing performing space. Oh my God, it's to die for. It's gorgeous.
This is downstairs.
Yeah, downstairs.
Heritage Hall.
Yeah, Heritage Hall.
Yeah, it is absolutely wonderful. Now, we don't use the stage, but they have a wonderful stage because we work right amongst the tables. But
we gotta be out and about with the people.
yeah, we have to be within striking distance both ways. And so we're there in their midst, but this center is one, and the people there are, oh my God, they're the best. They are excited about this. They're helping us. They're going to put out a red carpet. They've got a Hollywood sign they're putting up. I mean, they're very excited about this project, and they do some amazing work. We found out that there is a ghost in the building.
Shocked.
Yeah, shocked. It's actually one of the Gray Nuns, from what we've understood. In fact, we renamed the bar that night to the Gray Nun
The
Pub.
Grey Nun?
Yeah, the Ghost of the Gray Nun Pub, I think, is the actual full title. And there's all kinds of creaks and sounds in the building, which will add to everything that we're doing.
Yeah. What do you guys do to get into character and to prepare before showtime?
I think once the costume is on, that's it. Like, you're there.
Because I know a lot of characters that you do, Sarah, require an accent.
This one has no accent, but she does have a speech impediment.
She does, okay?
Once again, a first for this occasion.
So are you practicing that throughout the day, or can you just turn it
I
on?
can just turn it on.
Yeah, okay.
It's one of those things that you just do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just do it because it's funny anyway.
Suffering. Look at that.
You just watch a bunch of Looney Tunes
Sort of, yes.
before you go on.
And then what's fun is if you pick a character, you pick somebody, an old movie star or something that you see and you want to
Yeah.
mimic. We're good with that. I mean, in fact, just a little insight, when Dan's character changes, our local police detective is Pila Pants. And
Pierre is his actual name.
yeah, Pierre, actually, yeah, but we chop it off for his name tag. And he is going to do it as Clouseau.
Okay.
So that gives you some idea.
Okay. Very cool.
But Sarah's right. It's mostly once you get into character. I mean, I wear a tuxedo for this, and just something about putting on a tuxedo. All of a sudden, you
Fancy.
feel better than anybody else.
Yeah. Shop-dressed man.
There we go.
Right? What are you hearing on the way out after folks, especially folks who are experiencing it for the first time?
We just did we were kind of like the house band at Doolin's out in Litchfield, and we did, oh my God, we've done 8 or 9 shows. And one of the gentlemen that goes to every show, he is proud to show us his 5 Bonehead Awards that he got in the evening. And the rest of the crowd is just screaming and saying, when are we going to do this again? It's a night out. I mean, and in fact, I put this in one of the kicker lines in one of the ads that I ran. If you've got cabin fever, boy, this is the best way to get rid of it. And with this warm weather, everybody's wanting to get out. This is a great night out and a beautiful facility.
My favorite thing that I heard after a show was someone said, "That was so much fun. Thanks for doing that with us." And I said, "Oh, you're welcome. It was my pleasure." And he said, "Is that your real voice?" Yes, it is. This is what I sound like on a normal day. This is my real voice.
How many shows does Mystery for Hire put on throughout the year?
Well, it's hard to gauge. Back a few years ago, we were doing, 2 or 3 a month because it was the fad. COVID kicked us tough, and it slowed down. But we probably do a half a dozen or so now in the course of the year, maybe 7 or 8, depending upon the audience, because we have kind of 2 different approaches. Now, we can be hired by a group, like St. Joe's College just hired me to do a show out there, and it's an enclosed group. It's just for students. It's part of their program to give the kids things to keep them on campus. And then we'll do public shows like this. And, a lot of the restaurants and venues cut back because of, COVID and recouping from that. But now they're getting back into it. So it's cyclical.
I think it's more popular, too, in the winter months.
Much more, yeah.
People are cooped up, like you were saying. They're cooped up. They're stuck inside. They're ready to get out.
Yeah. And does Mystery for Hire write these shows?
Yes and no. All the shows we did at Doolin's, I wrote because he wanted something fresh and new every time. This show happens to be something that we use that we purchased years ago, and we've got 4 or 5 of those, and then I've probably got a dozen that I've written that we can use, without having to pay a fee, which I have to look into. I should be getting that fee. We'll talk about it.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I'm not going to pay you.
Oh, sure. Just wants her money and her fame. That's it.
True to character.
I just need scented candles.
That's right.
This sounds like an awesome time. It is Murder at the Marquee, performed by Mystery for Hire, Friday, March 27th at 7 p.m. at the Franco Center in Lewiston. Doors open at 6 and showtime is at 7. And don't forget, folks, there is a prize for best dressed and also worst dressed.
Worst dressed.
as well. So I'd probably win that if I went.
I hope so. You look good in orange.
Most likely to dress like a 12-year-old.
Most likely to have a hot dog on his shirt.
Or at least the mustard.
I'd believe that if I ate hot dogs.
A picture of the hot dog.
A picture of the hot
Not
dog.
an actual hot
There
dog.
you go. What else should folks know about Murder at the Marquee?
Well, actually, they should call if they're thinking about it and talk to them, especially if you got a group you want to have sit together. It's best to call in and they'll reserve a table for you, or they'll put you at random tables if it's just couples. But they should call early because once it's done, it's done. I mean, they're talking to us about if we sell out, we've agreed to do a second night if there's enough, but we want to sell out the first night first.
To call to talk to the box office, the number at the Franco Center is 207-689-2000, or you can visit their website for tickets.
And that website is francocenter.org. Listen to us.
I know.
Sounding like a well-oiled
Like
machine.
we work together almost every day.
for the first time in
Yeah.
5-6 years.
And tickets are $55 in advance and $60 at the door. So you
So
save
save
it.
the $5.
Save the $5.
Save the $5.
Yeah,
And there's
get 'em
plenty
in.
of parking, too, right across.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
There's
yeah.
always
Parking's
plenty of
fabulous. That's one of the greatest things about this venue.
Yeah, shows at 7 p.m. And come early, get a drink and show off your costume,
That's right.
right?
Love it.
We certainly will.
Yeah, we'll be roaming around. I have suspenders for this show.
Yes, you-
I'm going to guess that is one of your favorite parts, just roaming around and interacting with people.
I do absolutely love table work.
Yeah.
I do. Sometimes people ask really strange questions at table work, though, where you're like, wait, what are you getting at?
But they do love her, at the risk of making her blush a little. They fall in love with her the minute she walks in. So it's really, the questions aren't that hard. They're more probing, but they're not that hard.
We might have to censor that.
Oh, no.
Uncle Andy's Digest is turning 30, and you're invited to celebrate with us. Join us Friday, May 22nd from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn Auburn Riverwatch for a night of celebration. For 3 decades, Uncle Andy's Digest has been Central Maine's community-focused monthly advertising publication, connecting local businesses with loyal readers. Enjoy 90s music from Palo Entertainment, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, in recognition of our longest-running advertisers, and much more. Find all the details in the latest issue of Uncle Andy's and on Facebook. We can't wait to see you there.
All right, Greg, we'd like to close out the show with a segment called 3 Random Questions, where, actually, Sarah, are you a guest or a co-host today?
I'm still your co-host.
Okay, so we're going to ask
You're
you...
dodging the questions,
Yes.
is what you're saying.
Yes.
Hey, okay.
taking the easy way out.
Yeah.
So, Greg, we're going to ask you questions that have nothing to do with Mystery for Hire. We're just trying to get to know you a little better as a member of our community.
All right.
All right, I'll start. Greg, if you were presented with a time machine and could take one trip for 24 hours and come back, where would you go and why?
Wow. You're going to laugh at this, but I would go back to the late 1920s, early 30s, when vaudeville was commanding everything. And I would jump on those trains and ride with guys like Burl and Burns and Benny and see how it was done when they had to learn to do everything, sing, dance, tricks, work with animals. It had to be amazing.
Today is the anniversary of George Burns' death.
Oh,
He was 100.
that's right.
I think it was, he died 2 months after turning 100?
Yeah, he didn't make it too much longer. Since we've had costume talk today, if you had $10,000 to spend on a Halloween costume, what would you be? Like, what would your costume be? And would you have special effects and props?
Oh, always. $10,000. We do a cowboy show, and I'm pretty happy with my outfit, but I would love one of those full scale, with the rhinestones. I mean,
And the fringe?
The fringe, a good resistol hat, some.
Like a Roy Rogers?
Yeah, I mean, go and if I had 10,000, I'd get the horse.
Gotta get the horse.
You gotta have the horse.
Gotta have
It's a
the
prop.
Gotta complete the look.
Yep, I like that.
All right, Greg, I have never asked this question on the show before.
Oh, dear.
But you are here, and I know a little something about you
he
that
does.
I think our listeners would like to hear as well. Could you please tell us your Loretta Swit story?
Oh my gosh, yeah. You and I've done this before.
We have.
I am the original, and I will fight anyone who says different, the biggest MASH fan on the planet. And shortly after the show closed, Loretta went on a tour around the country doing a little show. She did it at the Agunquit Playhouse, and it was about Amelia Earhart. And she played Amelia, who had amnesia and became a lounge singer. Anyway, I found out she was coming. I ran to the box office and bought front row seats to see her. And then I went home with pen in hand when we actually wrote out letters, and I sent her a letter and said, I gushed for 20 minutes just shamelessly, and told her that I would love to just meet her. That would be the biggest thing that ever happened in my life. I heard absolutely nothing back, so I thought, well, no big deal. So we went to the show, sat in the front row because I had told her where my seats were, and a young woman came from out back and said, Miss Swit would like to see you after the show. And I said, fantastic, it worked. This is great. She also wants you to pay close attention to the show because she has something planned. And I thought, well, okay. So we're sitting in the show, but midway through the show, there's a scene where the band is playing, and she's actually doing a dime a dance thing with the sailors in there. She walks to the front of the stage, motions to me to come up on stage, and I went up and I danced with Loretta Swit. I don't know if my feet moved. And I hope she didn't take my shaking hands as anything other than that. But she was marvelous. And then afterwards, I did go back and meet her and thanked her a million times for what she did. I'm leaving and I'm thinking, wow, this is part of the show. She just chose me. That was really nice. And her assistant was walking me out, said, you should feel pretty special. I said, are you kidding? I'm not going to, this cheek is going to be black in 10 years because I'm never going to wash it, because she kissed me on the cheek. And she said, oh, no, I mean, for what she did. I said, yeah, that's what I'm excited about. She said, no, you don't understand. She put that in the show. She went to the director and said, tonight I'm going to grab a guy out of the audience and dance with him. Is that okay? Well, who's going to say no to Loretta?
To Loretta Swit.
And so, if I do nothing else in my life.
Oh.
I mean, working with Sara is this close to that, but
right there.
right there. But dancing with Loretta was the greatest thing.
Wow.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing
That's
that.
pretty
Thank
cool.
you for asking.
It's an amazing story. And they say never meet your heroes.
Yeah, that's bull.
She turned out to be super sweet.
All my heroes are in this room. My comedy heroes here, my singing heroes here. That's
right.
Lord.
Greg, you are a gem. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you.
And we are wishing you a full house.
Oh, we will.
Murder.
Well, now that they know that you're coming.
And in costume.
And in costume.
I'll be easy to spot.
Meet one of your hero nights.
That's right.
Maybe he'll be dressed as a hot dog.
There you go.
Murder at the Marquee, performed by Mystery for Hire, Friday, March 27th at the Franco Center. Go to francocenter.org for all the info. Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and DeBlois Electric for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.